A true story of Qazi Ehsan Ahmad Shujaabadi. May Allah have mercy on him. It was a quiet afternoon in the scorching summer of Punjab. The train tracks shimmered under the sun as the iron wheels clattered against them. Clack, 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 clack. Inside the second-class compartment sat a humble man, dressed in a simple white kurta, with a calm and thoughtful face. Qazi Ehsan Ahmad Shujaabadi, a respected scholar known for his deep wisdom and gentle heart. He had no entourage, no luxury, no signs of status, only a small basket beside him and a world of knowledge within him. As the train moved forward, a young man entered the same compartment. He was modern, confident, dressed in the latest fashion, sunglasses, perfume, and a smile that carried pride. He noticed the old scholar sitting quietly near the window. The young man leaned back in his seat and said in a light tone, "Maulana, what do you think about purdah, this whole idea of women covering themselves?" Qazi Sahib looked up gently, his eyes full of kindness, and asked, "My son, why do you ask? Are you the one who wants to go into purdah, or do you want to send someone else?" The young man laughed awkwardly. No, I mean, you religious people insist on this purdah. It makes half of society useless. Women are locked up at home while men roam free. Even animals walk around without any covering. Why should women be caged in the name of modesty? The train rattled on. Qazi Sahib listened silently for a moment, then said softly, "My son, when people see something beautiful, they naturally feel drawn toward it. And when desire takes control, sin walks close behind." The young man smirked. "Come on, Maulana. Isn't it wrong to blame others for someone's weakness? Shouldn't people learn to control themselves? I mean, what's the point of self-discipline if we keep hiding everything from sight? Control is the key, control, right?" Qazi Sahib smiled again, realizing the young man wasn't ready for direct preaching. So, instead of arguing, he chose the language of wisdom. He reached into his small basket, pulled out a yellow lemon, and quietly cut it in half with his knife. The sharp, fresh scent filled the air. Holding up one half, he said calmly, "My son, tell me honestly, when you saw this lemon, did your mouth water?" The young man hesitated, then chuckled. "Well, yes, a little. It's a natural reaction, I suppose." Qazi Sahib nodded gently. "Exactly. You see, the lemon belongs to me, but the water came to your mouth. Isn't that interesting?" The young man blinked, slightly confused. The Qazi leaned forward and said with a smile, "Now, my son, shouldn't you control yourself? After all, you just said, control, control." There was a pause. The rhythm of the train seemed to echo his words, control, control. The young man's smile faded. He understood. The scholar wasn't talking about lemons anymore. He was teaching him about life, about how beauty, when displayed without limits, tests not just the eyes, but the soul itself. Qazi Sahib continued softly, "My dear son, Allah has made women precious, like pearls hidden in shells. Their beauty is not meant to be a showpiece for strangers, but a treasure for the one who values her. Purdah isn't a prison, it's protection, not from men alone, but from the erosion of dignity, from the world's hungry eyes, from becoming a thing instead of a being." The young man looked out the window, the villages passing by, the fields golden under the sun. For the first time, he didn't have a comeback. He whispered, "I never thought of it that way." Qazi Sahib smiled again. "Son, when faith enters the heart, the eyes learn respect, and the mind learns peace." There was silence. Only the train kept moving forward, as if carrying a soul that had just awakened. Sometimes, a simple example can open a closed heart. A lemon, nothing more than a fruit, became a key to unlock wisdom that books could never teach. Modesty isn't weakness. It's strength wrapped in grace. It's the discipline that saves hearts from corruption and eyes from regret. When a person controls his gaze, he protects his soul. When a woman values her modesty, she safeguards her honor. That day, the young man walked away humbled, his pride melted by a truth so simple, yet so powerful. And the old Qazi, he just smiled, placed the lemon back into his basket, and closed his eyes, grateful that one more heart had tasted the sweetness hidden behind the sourness of truth.